Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Trading Bitcoin with your host, Tone Vays. Once again, man, it's a rough environment. I am pouring a shot of tequila, not something I do early in the morning, but in the evening, we can do it. And I may or may not bring you another video late today. After dinner, maybe. Depends on where you are. If you're in California, you may still be awake. We'll see. And well, not much we can do from here. We can just look and analyze the market. I'm going to stick to the usual format, and we're going to do an executive summary on the price of Bitcoin. It was definitely moving. I couldn't bring you guys a video while it was reversing. I have not left this seat all day. Since that morning video ended, I've only left my seat to literally use the restroom. It was just working on the conference. Just the last final week, this is going to be my day. Just working on the upcoming conference. I mean, work has to go on. So let's go to the charts. It was actually very difficult to keep up with the Ukrainian news today. I was just too busy. I tried to keep up with it as much as I could. I've been messaging with my friends in Kiev. The latest update that I have. Well, you know what? We're going to do it later. Executive summary. Those that want to stick around for the political summary can stay after. This is not going to be a crazy long video. I do have to run out. That's why this is half a shot of a tequila and not a double. Okay, so monthly chart doesn't matter. I'll look at that enough. Nothing changed. So weekly chart. Yes, we are off the lows for the week. Now, the week is only halfway through. Today, we still have 3 days to go on this candle. Now, it's still in a bad environment. Nothing has changed. We are now, however, on a green number in the MRI instead of a red number in the MRI. That may or may not make a difference going forward. But we did rally off the lows. Does this mean anything? I'm not sure. Not yet. Nothing has changed. It's basically, there's not gonna be much difference here, right? The only thing, the main reason why I wanted to do this video is just to let you guys know, I am not jumping in on any bullish trades with this bounce off the lows. Someone asked me a really good question. Is this a real reversal or is this a dead cat bounce? As much as I want to say this is a real reversal based on geopolitics and other measures, Canadians are never going to trust Trudeau again. They're going to move into Bitcoin. Russians, Ukrainians, Russia might be removed from the SWIFT system, though I very highly doubt it, that would happen, that they're going to rush into Bitcoin. There's a lot of geopolitical reasons to believe that this low is the low and Bitcoin is going to the top. I will trust the technical analysis. And the technical analysis, by looking at this weekly chart and this 4-day chart and even this daily chart, the technical analysis does not support the bullish case. I know there is an MRI warning, and in 48 minutes, and I'm not going to be here for this long today, on this video. In 48 minutes, there is potentially going to be an MRI buy. When the candle flips over, it will not be an MRI buy. In order for it to be an MRI buy, we need to fall below the close of February 21st. That close is at 37,000 flat. Okay, we need to go below 37,000 in order to print that MRI buy. I believe we will go below 37,000 in the next 24 hours. Okay, I am not buying into this candle being the ultimate low. Is it possible? Yes, but I am not staking a greater than a 50% probability on this. To me, there is a greater than 50% chance this low is going to be breached. I don't think what's happening in Eastern Europe is over. And I don't know what's going to happen. I have no idea what's going to happen. I've given you my opinions on the last two videos. This video, I have to keep it shorter. Okay. And that's my viewpoint. And that's pretty much it. This is my very quick update. And the Consensio chart is very bearish. We are below all three moving averages. They are all declining. They are all below each other. Would I jump on a short trade right now? I don't think so. I don't think so. This is now the second time we've rallied like that. Let me go to the 1 hour chart and show you guys. Okay. We were sitting at this price of 39,500. Actually, I have no idea what the MRI is going to say on this. Oh boy. Oh boy. Look at that. MRI top right there. The swing high was preceding in the previous hour. That is a reversal doji candle. Just like here, the MRI sell, the MRI sell, the MRI sell on the hourly chart. I did a video of this MRI buy this morning. And you can see this breakout after consolidation. And right now, we're looking at a downtrend. So this is a pullback, 1 to 4 candles. It might be over already, but look what happened. Look what happened the last time we had an MRI sell. Called it perfectly. Went all the way down. Went down quite a bit, actually. Went down almost $5,000 on the price of Bitcoin. Nice rally right now, this hour, 45 minutes to go. I'm not buying into this rally yet, guys. I'm really not. Here's that live map of Ukraine. That's pretty much it. GBC premium, market's already closed. Premium rallied a bit. I'm still not buying into the big bullish move. All right, that's my executive summary. Those that want to stick around to look at other markets, stay. Those that don't care, anything beyond Bitcoin, you can go. We're going to cover other markets. And then I'm going to maybe give a little bit of commentary, but I have not kept up with the Ukrainian news during the day. Here's the map. We're back. What's the latest here? See, I don't want to click on this because it'll probably take me to Germany. At least 10 kilometers long traffic from Krakowic's border crossing into Poland. Poland is to the west of Ukraine. This is the Polish border right here. That's your traffic right here. Okay, people are crossing into the Polish border. U.S. is sending military to this border here to assist. The U.S. cannot cross into Ukraine. They just can't. It would escalate the war. It can potentially cause World War III with nukes flying. The U.S. cannot help Ukraine. It's devastating for the people of Ukraine. As you guys know, I've said it many times, I am half Ukrainian, half Russian, born in USSR, on what is now Russia. That's where I was born. And the U.S. cannot help. They can't help. And if you look at headlines, especially some of my favorite accounts that I follow, like Clown World. Yep. Yeah, this is US right now. That's what's important. Where's Clown World? I may have to search for it. See, this is US. Okay, these are real headlines. Clown World fact checks headlines to make sure they're real. Putin threatens Ukraine because he wants to divert attention from climate problem. Okay, right. So Putin is trying to avoid climate change by attacking Ukraine. These are your headlines. This is what the mainstream media is printing. Okay. Oh God. So I am in touch with people in Kiev, getting direct messages. I can play them for you, but doesn't matter. So there is shooting and bombing right outside of Kiev, which is the capital, which is unfortunate. As I stated yesterday, I don't believe Putin is going to take over all of Ukraine. It's possible that he might. I mean, there's nobody there to stop him. No one is going to stop him. I don't believe that he will take over all of Ukraine. I think he will stop before Kiev, but I don't think he's going to take West Ukraine. But I mean, it doesn't take a PhD in military tactics to understand that he wants to show his strength. He wants to attack Ukraine's military, not Ukraine civilians. And he is attacking Ukraine military in West Ukraine. The military, like any military operations, Ukrainian military operations near Kiev, any military operations in the south near Odessa, he is going to strategically attack those places. So now, is he actually going to take a piece of Ukraine? Very likely. He would take the east, the Russian-speaking part, but he is going to attack all, perceived threats that would endanger the Russian military and Russian soldiers all across Ukraine until, as he demands, Ukraine be demilitarized. He doesn't want any military in Ukraine, including Ukrainian military. So he is going to go after the Ukrainian military all over Ukraine. Okay, so here's the US, and here's why Putin is probably laughing at the United States and the United States military. Because this again, real headline, US Department of Defense. Look at the date, February 9th. This is 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, the United States military cares more about diversity in the military than the ability of the military. This is not, this is literally the Department of Justice website, Department of Defense. Sorry, not Justice. Okay. This is why Putin is doing whatever he wants while laughing at our commander-in-chief in the US. Okay. This is the problem. I'm sorry. Like, I don't care about diversity in our military. I care about the US military being good at their job. All right, I'm going to leave this here for a little while so people get it. Okay. Putin is not scared of the United States military because these are the headlines on government websites. Okay. We can go on, but we can look at the markets. Oh, here's another one. Another gem. CNN. Joe Biden's message to Vladimir Putin. I'm not sure why there's a question mark. The adults are back in charge. Right. This is such a horrendous political I think I have to listen to the audio on this. Yeah, it's important. Ratings. Yeah, ratings, commercials. Yeah, yeah, that's US. Anyway, let's go back to the charts. Let's look at other charts. Oil. Oil is off the lows, but is still at a new high where it's about to close. Big A. Russia also has nukes, probably more of them. You do understand that, right? Russia has no chance against NATO and he knows it. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. I don't think anybody wants nukes flying. I believe Putin is going to respect NATO territory and not attack a NATO nation. But watch out for false flags. I don't believe Putin is going to attack a NATO nation because I don't think he wants to go down in history as causing a nuclear World War III. Again, just my opinion. Do I blame Joe Biden for a lot of this mess? Hell yes, I do. Though I don't actually blame Joe Biden. I know Joe Biden doesn't know what day it is, so I don't blame Joe Biden. I blame the people in Joe Biden's microphone in his ear telling him what to say. And I don't know who those people are. That's why it is so dangerous to have a president like this. If that was Trump in office right now, I would be blaming Trump for a lot of this. But nothing happened under Trump. Russia and Ukraine, I don't even want to call it a war because it wasn't much of a war. Russia took Crimea. Russia showed its military strength over Ukraine under Obama with Joe Biden as vice president. When Trump came in, it was quiet between Russia and Ukraine. And here we are again. Exactly. Nobody wants nukes flying at anyone. So I don't believe Putin is ready to attack NATO. But Putin is going to take over non-NATO countries until he's at least respected and listened to by the United States White House. And they seem to ignore him like, I don't know, they do North Korea. The thing is, Putin is in North Korea. Russia is not North Korea. The US, the White House might be able to ignore North Korea. Trump didn't ignore North Korea. Trump actually went to a meeting there, tried to create diplomatic relations. But if the United States are going to ignore, the United States seem to care, the United States government seems to care more about El Salvador than they seem to care about Russia in diplomatic relations. So here we are. The media hates Trump. John Morris, do you really think that if Russia was doing something really bad to Ukraine, the US media would not have blown it all through the news to make Trump look bad? Are you serious right now? The media did everything they could to demonize Trump. Russia attacking Ukraine would have been perfect for them. No, I don't think Putin is funded by Bitcoin. That's silly, guys. This is Bill Clinton and Biden's fault for the Budapest Agreement. Yeah. Yeah, maybe. I have to dig a little further on that. Okay, back to the charts. Oil pulled back from initial overreaction. This doesn't mean oil is not going to 150. Okay. Gold pulled back from its initial reaction. This does not mean that gold isn't going to 3,000. Okay. The stock market pulled back from its initial lows. The stock market is a little bit different. Remember, the United States markets could be a safe haven for capital if people in Eastern Ukraine, or Eastern Europe, I should say, not Eastern Ukraine, if people in Eastern Ukraine are scared that Putin may actually call NATO's bluff and attack Poland and Latvia and Estonia and Romania and Moldova, if Putin is going to go straight west, then so much of that capital is going to run to West Europe and potentially across the pond to America, into the US stocks, into US real estate, into Bitcoin too, by the way, which is another reason why Bitcoin could rise. But right now, I am not exactly bullish the market. I am still anticipating more lows until the market proves it to me. How will the market prove to me that the low is in? Well, the market would need to go above this swing high. I want to see a sustained close above this area here, which is $4,475. Okay. DXY, good question. Let's take a look. So these are my friends' trades this morning. Man, they had the cojones to trust the MRI, perhaps even more than me. So there's something to be said about being somewhat experienced trader that really believes in an indicator. So these are the three stocks my friends got into this morning, and they're doing super well. They analyze all the MRI stuff. They have multiple portfolios. One of them is the MRI portfolio. And they got into AMD on the MRI buy. What the hell were the other ones? They got into Goldman Sachs, and I showed it this morning. They got into Goldman Sachs on the MRI buy. And then there was one more stock with an MRI buy the day before. Shoot, what was that stock? Let me see. I'm going to the Telegram group. Oh, TTWO. This was the third one. Right there. That was the MRI buy, and they got in this morning. So these were the stocks they analyzed on Monday during the holiday that this week they want to get into. And I mean, the market rebound certainly helped them, but man, these were three excellent trades in one day. Yeah, let's take a look at the ruble. Let's take a look at the DXY. I agree. We should look at that. I got 5 more minutes and then I have to run. I think the real impact to the tech sector will be if China takes this opportunity and goes after Taiwan. I think that's going to be a crazy situation. All right. So the dollar initially rose and then crashed. I'm not sure what to make of that. I want to look at the dollar. See, this is very bullish for the US dollar. This is super bullish for the US dollar. Shit. Hold on. Get my call. All right. This is a very bullish chart. I became bearish the US dollar after the ridiculous US election. But, oh, wow, I'm on a 12-hour chart. Why am I on a 12-hour chart? Should be at least daily. So I became bearish on the dollar after the US election, but then the COVID mess kind of destroyed other economies way more than than the US. So there was influx of capital into the US. Okay, so let's look at the ruble. USD RUB, the ruble is probably devaluing, and it is, okay, because there's panic. People don't know how much this war is going to escalate, and this is seriously hurting the ruble. So if you are in Russia, you may want to move your capital out of the ruble into something else, like maybe Bitcoin. The Ukrainian currency is probably doing worse, but similar. Remember, this could have been predicted. The same thing happened in 2014, the last time this was the situation. Let's go to 2014. I'm going to put this on a monthly chart. You can see how the Ukrainian currency just got crushed back in 2014. Here's 2014, the last time this happened, under a democratic regime, I might add. Right here. Okay, and Russian currency also had a problem at the same time, right here, right? So both countries, they know that if this happens, their currency is gonna start hyperinflating. But Russia obviously feel Russia is the aggressor here. Ukraine's not the aggressor. Russia is the aggressor. Russia went in shooting and killing. And Russia knows that this is going to hurt their currency, but they're doing it anyway. And the reason why they're doing it, I have no idea the exact reason why they're doing it, but one of the reasons is they are probably feeling very disrespected by the West. And if the West does not recognize them as a formidable foe in the global military game, then they're probably going to take over more countries. Someone that is capable of having a negotiation, because it sure in hell ain't Biden and it ain't Kamala Harris, needs to get on a call and get into a room with Putin and the Ukrainian president and probably the neighboring countries and resolve the situation by limiting the amount of bloodshed. But no one is interested in doing that, apparently. So here we are. I mean, sure, it can be guerrilla war, right? I agree. The Ukrainian people are very proud. They're not going to just, lay over to Russia. But that is also why I believe Putin doesn't want all of Ukraine, because there's going to be violence there forever. If the United States and NATO do not come to the negotiating table with Putin, he will probably keep going, and more lives will be lost. Okay. All right, I gotta run. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'm not buying into this Bitcoin or stock market pump yet. It can prove me wrong, but to me, this is just a snapback reaction due to an overreaction of what is happening. Can the situation in Ukraine escalate into World War III? Yes, it can. Of all the American presidents over the last 100 years, which one would I say is, I don't want to use the certain words, which one would I say is the most likely to do something so stupid to cause World War III? The answer is this president, this one. And I've said exactly why this would happen, because I don't believe Joe Biden is mentally there. So whatever he says or does is fed to him into his ear. And whoever is doing that has no accountability. And that is why, of all the presidents the United States has had in the last 100 years, maybe ever, this is the scariest one to have in office right now, on the potential edge of a nuclear war with Russia. This is the problem. And it is unfortunate that this is happening. Well, can't control timing, but he still has 3 more years to go. 3 more years to go. That's scary. If the next election was coming up, there's no way he would be reelected. No way he would be reelected. But who knows what's going to happen in the next 3 years? No, I said Biden would quit after 2 years. I have a bet. Biden will resign after 2 years, but not if there's war. He can't resign in the middle of war. I'll lose the bet. Biden would have resigned if there was no war, sometime at the end of next year, or he would resign early 2023. If there was no, if there is no Cold War or hot war or any kind of serious military conflict. If the world was as it was in early 2020, I believe he would have resigned in or early 2020, no COVID nonsense. Early 2020, January 2020. If that's the world in January 2023, I believe Biden resigns and hands it off to Kamala. 137 Ukrainian soldiers dead. I don't have a fact check on that number. It actually sounds low. I would have expected more. All right, I gotta run, guys. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all on the next one. Oh, one more thing. If anyone, I have a lot of friends in certain big cities. If anyone can tweet and tag me in any demonstrations, pro-Ukraine demonstrations that are happening, especially in cities like New York, LA, Chicago, Miami, please let me know. If it's like a top 5 city in America, I guess Houston and Phoenix to round out the top 6 cities. New York, LA, Chicago, Miami, Phoenix, Houston. If there are any rallies happening today, tonight, tomorrow, day after, tag me in just tag me in Twitter. I have a lot of friends that have asked me because they figured I would know because of my following and my reach. All right, guys. Thank you all for watching, and see you all